Babe. Babe. I didn't know you were home. What are you doing here? What are you doing home? Babe, look. I can explain this, okay? Well, maybe I can't. It does look kind of bad, but...
But what?
Case, I don't know. She just, we're just kind of like cuddle buddies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the IQ Factory, the channel where we help you make smarter decisions in life, love, and everything in between. Today we're diving into a juicy but serious topic, how to spot that your date is already married and trying to cheat with you on the first date. Yep, it happens more often than you think, and we're here to help you spot the signs before you get caught up in a messy situation. Let's get right into it. The first red flag to watch for in dating is inconsistent stories. It's essential to pay close attention to the details your date shares about their life. If their accounts of work, family, or past relationships don't align or come off as vague, it could indicate something troubling beneath the surface. For instance, they might claim they were working late last night, but later mention they were out of town. These subtle inconsistencies might seem insignificant at first, but they can reveal larger issues. If someone has a history of fabricating details, it could suggest they are concealing something significant, perhaps a spouse or even children that they haven't disclosed. Inconsistent stories can also manifest in their emotional responses. If they seem overly defensive when you ask for clarification, it might indicate they are aware of their fabrications. Additionally, consider how they respond to questions about their past. A person who is open and honest will generally provide clear answers, while someone with secrets may hesitate or change the subject abruptly. Another aspect to consider is the context of their stories. If your date frequently shifts details or seems to embellish tales to make themselves appear more interesting, it may point to insecurity or a propensity for deception. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't ignore those feelings. Healthy relationships are built on transparency and honesty. Remember that while everyone has a past, a partner should be willing to share theirs openly. If you find yourself constantly having to piece together their story, it may be time to reassess the relationship and consider whether it's worth pursuing further. Next, let's delve into the issue of excessive secrecy. If your date exhibits overly protective behavior regarding their phone, such as flipping it face down on the table or stepping away to take calls, this should raise a significant red flag. Such behavior often suggests that they might have something to hide, especially if they seem anxious or defensive about it. Married individuals or those in serious relationships frequently engage in secrecy to avoid detection. If your date is evasive about sharing personal details such as their daily life or past relationships, it can indicate a lack of transparency that is concerning. For example, if they frequently change the subject when you ask about their family or friends, or if they seem uncomfortable discussing their social life, these could be signs that they're concealing important information. Moreover, consider how your date responds to inquiries about their communication habits. If they dodge questions or offer vague responses, it might be an indication that they are hiding interactions with someone else. This kind of behavior can be particularly alarming if they have unexplained gaps in their availability or are often busy during certain hours. It's also worth noting that excessive secrecy can extend beyond just phone usage. Are they secretive about their whereabouts, or do they avoid introducing you to their friends? These patterns can point to deeper issues in their personal life. Trust your instincts. If their secrecy leaves you feeling uneasy, it's essential to address it directly. Open communication is vital in any relationship. Ultimately, a partner should make you feel valued and secure, not suspicious or anxious. If you find yourself constantly questioning their honesty, it may be time to reconsider the relationship and prioritize your own emotional well-being. Here's another important red flag to consider: lack of availability. Often, married individuals have limited free time due to juggling family responsibilities and commitments. If your date consistently suggests meeting at odd hours, cancels plans at the last minute, or mysteriously becomes unavailable on weekends, it could be a sign that they are trying to manage a double life. Consider the context of their availability. If they can only meet during late nights or early mornings, it raises questions about their true commitments. A person genuinely interested in you will make an effort to prioritize time together, regardless of their busy schedule. Frequent cancellations can also signal that their attention is divided, suggesting they may be involved with someone else. Moreover, pay attention to their explanations for being unavailable. Are their reasons vague or inconsistent? For instance, if they say they have family obligations but then seem to have spontaneous free time shortly after, this inconsistency can be a cause for concern. True relationships thrive on openness and honesty, and a partner should be willing to share details about their life without hesitation. It's also worth noting how they respond to your invitations. If they frequently suggest alternative plans that seem less convenient or are evasive about their weekends, it might be time to reassess the situation. You deserve someone who is excited to spend time with you and actively seeks opportunities to connect. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If their lack of availability leaves you feeling uncertain or sidelined, it's essential to have an honest conversation. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and transparency, and your emotional well-being should always be a priority. If red flags persist, consider whether this relationship truly aligns with your needs and desires. Pay close attention to how your date communicates with you, as this can reveal much about their intentions and background. If they insist on using private messaging apps, avoid sharing their real name, or seem overly cautious about leaving a digital paper trail. These behaviors should raise significant concerns. Such tactics are often employed to keep their identity hidden, particularly from a spouse or partner. For instance, if your date frequently suggests using encrypted messaging platforms, it may indicate they are trying to maintain secrecy. While privacy is important, excessive caution can signal that they have something to hide. A genuine partner should feel comfortable communicating openly across various platforms, including social media. If they shy away from public interactions or avoid being tagged in photos, it could suggest they're trying to obscure their relationship status. Moreover, consider their overall demeanor during conversations. Do they seem anxious or paranoid when discussing their online presence? If they often change the topic or become defensive when you inquire about their past, it might indicate deeper issues. Communication should feel natural and reassuring, not shrouded in mystery. Additionally, evaluate their willingness to introduce you to their circle of friends or family. If they avoid this for extended periods, it could point to a significant commitment elsewhere. Healthy relationships thrive on trust and openness, and a partner should be eager to include you in their life. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If you find yourself questioning their honesty due to their communication habits, it's essential to address your concerns. Open dialogue is vital for any relationship, and you deserve a partner who is transparent and forthcoming. If red flags continue to emerge, consider whether this relationship aligns with your values and aspirations for a meaningful connection. Do they avoid personal questions? If your date consistently deflects or changes the subject when you inquire about their home life, family, or past relationships, it could be a significant red flag, perhaps indicating they are hiding their marital status. A genuinely single person will usually feel comfortable discussing their background, as they have nothing to conceal. Consider the nature of the questions you pose. If you ask about their favorite family traditions or childhood memories and they abruptly shift the conversation to neutral topics, it might suggest they are trying to avoid revealing too much. A person who is genuinely interested in building a connection will typically embrace these discussions, eager to share meaningful aspects of their life. Furthermore, pay attention to their body language during these exchanges. Do they appear tense, avoid eye contact, or exhibit other signs of discomfort? Such cues can indicate their unease with subject matter, often stemming from a desire to keep their true situation hidden. It's essential to create a safe space for sharing, so if you sense resistance, it may be worth gently probing further. Another aspect to consider is how they react to questions about their past relationships. If they seem overly vague or defensive, it can signal unresolved issues that might be tied to their current situation. A healthy relationship thrives on honesty and vulnerability, and a partner should be willing to share their experiences without fear of judgment. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If you feel your date is not being forthcoming, it's important to address this concern directly. Open communication is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. You deserve a partner who is transparent and willing to engage in deeper conversations, fostering a genuine connection built on trust and mutual respect. If red flags persist, take the time to reflect on whether this relationship truly meets your needs and desires. Now, let's delve into the intriguing world of social media clues. In today's digital age, social media serves as a window into a person's life, offering insights into their interests, relationships, and overall personality. If your date has little to no social media presence, or if their profiles are strikingly sparse with minimal personal connections, it's certainly worth investigating further. Are they hiding their life? Or perhaps a spouse? Consider the nature of their online activity. A healthy social media presence typically includes interactions with friends, family, and shared experiences that reflect their personality. If your date's profiles are devoid of photos, posts, or meaningful connections, it could suggest they are deliberately keeping their life under wraps. Are they only posting generic content or vague updates? This might indicate an effort to create a facade rather than share their true self. Moreover, observe how they react when the topic of social media arises. If they seem evasive or dismissive, it may raise questions about their authenticity. A person who is genuinely single and open about their life will likely be enthusiastic about sharing their online experiences and connections. Additionally, consider their privacy settings. If their profiles are locked down tight, it might hint at a desire to shield their life from scrutiny, particularly if they have something significant to hide. It's also important to note how they engage with others online. Do they interact openly with friends, or do they seem to prefer a more clandestine approach? Ultimately, trust your instincts. If something feels off about their social media presence, it's essential to have an honest conversation about it. Healthy relationships thrive on transparency and communication. You deserve a partner who is willing to share their life openly, fostering a genuine connection built on trust and mutual respect. If red flags continue to emerge, take time to reflect on whether this relationship aligns with your hopes and desires for the future. Here's an interesting red flag to consider: too much flattery. While compliments can be delightful and boost our confidence, if your date is laying it on too thick, like they're auditioning for a romance movie, it could be a sign of something more concerning. Excessive flattery might be a distraction tactic designed to blind you with charm so you overlook the potential red flags lurking beneath the surface. Think about the nature of their compliments. Are they specific and heartfelt, or do they feel generic and over the top? Genuine compliments often reflect a true understanding and appreciation of who you are, while excessive praise can come across as insincere. If your date is showering you with compliments about everything from your appearance to your intellect in rapid succession, it might feel more like a performance than authentic admiration. Moreover, observe how their flattery aligns with the flow of conversation. If they seem to use compliments to divert attention from more meaningful discussions or to skirt around personal questions, it could indicate they're trying to obscure deeper issues. A genuine connection is built on open communication and mutual respect, not just sweet words. Additionally, consider their body language and tone. Flattery delivered with sincerity often comes with warmth and genuine interest. However, if their delivery feels rehearsed or overly dramatic, it might raise suspicions about their true intentions. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If you feel overwhelmed by their compliments and sense that something is off, it's important to take a step back and evaluate the situation. Healthy relationships thrive on honesty and authenticity. You deserve a partner who appreciates you for who you are without the need for excessive flattery to mask ulterior motives. If red flags persist, it might be time to reflect on whether this relationship aligns with your values and aspirations for a meaningful connection. Have they mentioned their friends or family but never invited you to meet them? This dynamic can be quite telling. If your date frequently discusses their loved ones yet keeps you at arm's length, it might suggest they are intentionally trying to separate their dating life from a potentially hidden married life. This is a red flag that shouldn't be overlooked. Consider the context of their conversations. When they talk about friends or family, do they share anecdotes that seem detailed and heartfelt, yet they avoid any mention of including you in those circles? A person genuinely interested in a relationship will often want to introduce you to the important people in their life, as this signifies a level of commitment and openness. Moreover, take note of how they react when you express interest in meeting their friends or family. If they seem evasive or make excuses, it could indicate a deeper issue. A healthy relationship thrives on inclusivity and shared experiences. And if your date is hesitant to integrate you into their world, it may point to a desire to keep their personal life compartmentalized. Additionally, consider how often they initiate conversations about their loved ones. If they frequently bring them up but always steer clear of arranging a meeting, it might be an attempt to create an illusion of normalcy while keeping you distanced from their real life. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If you feel a sense of discomfort or suspicion about their reluctance to introduce you to their inner circle, it's crucial to address this concern directly. Open communication is vital in any relationship. You deserve a partner who is willing to share their life with you fully, fostering a genuine connection based on trust and mutual respect. If red flags persist, take the time to reflect on whether this relationship truly aligns with your values and aspirations for a meaningful connection. Watch out for unusual date locations. If your date insists on meeting in secluded or out-of-the-way spots, it might be more than just a quirky choice. It could be a tactic to avoid being seen by someone who knows them, such as a spouse or mutual acquaintances. This behavior raises an important question. Why do they want to hide in the shadows instead of enjoying the openness of a public space? Consider the nature of the locations they suggest. Are they remote cafes, quiet parks, or off-the-beaten-path restaurants? While these places can offer a cozy atmosphere, an excessive preference for seclusion can feel suspicious. A person genuinely interested in a relationship should feel comfortable meeting you in a variety of settings, including vibrant public spaces where both of you can feel relaxed and at ease. Moreover, think about how they respond to your suggestions for more popular venues. If they seem resistant or offer excuses to stick to hidden spots, it's worth taking note. This reluctance could signal a desire to maintain a secretive lifestyle, which may involve juggling multiple relationships. Additionally, observe how they behave in these unusual locations. Do they frequently glance around as if worried about being spotted? This kind of anxiety can be a strong indicator that there's more going on beneath the surface. Ultimately, trust your instincts. If you feel uneasy about the secretive nature of your meetings, it's crucial to address these concerns openly. Healthy relationships thrive on honesty and transparency, and you deserve a partner willing to share their life openly. If red flags continue to surface, take a step back and reflect on whether this relationship aligns with your values and desires for a meaningful connection. Your well-being should always come first, and you deserve a love that flourishes in the light, not one that thrives in secrecy. And finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Our intuition is a powerful tool, often serving as a radar for detecting potential issues that our conscious mind hasn't fully processed. When you sense that something isn't quite right in a relationship, it's essential to pay attention to those feelings rather than dismissing them. Consider the moments when you've felt that nagging doubt or unease. Perhaps it's a subtle cue, like a change in their tone or an inconsistency in their stories. These small details can accumulate, forming a picture that your subconscious is trying to convey. Your gut feelings are often rooted in past experiences, allowing you to recognize patterns that may not be immediately obvious. Moreover, don't hesitate to seek clarity. If something feels amiss, engage in open dialogue with your partner. Asking questions and expressing your concerns can shed light on the situation, and a genuine partner will appreciate your honesty. They should be willing to address your feelings without defensiveness. Additionally, remember that self-awareness plays a crucial role in this process. Take time to reflect on your emotions and what might be triggering them. Are there specific behaviors or situations that consistently raise your alarm? Understanding your feelings can empower you to make informed decisions about your relationship. Ultimately, don't ignore your instincts. If you feel uncomfortable or sense that something isn't right, trust that intuition. Healthy relationships are built on trust, transparency, and mutual respect. You deserve a partner who makes you feel secure and valued, not one who leaves you questioning your reality. If red flags persist, take a step back and evaluate whether this relationship aligns with your hopes for a loving, honest connection. Your well-being should always come first, guiding you toward a love that feels right in every sense. So there you have it, 10 signs that your date might already be married and trying to cheat with you. Remember, spotting these red flags early can save you a ton of heartache and drama. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the IQ Factory, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. And let me know in the comments, have you ever encountered a situation like this? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, stay smart and stay safe.